Yo, so I just got off work and I had to bring this to the YouTube discussion. I had to make a video on this because y'all Russell Westbrook fans are like, y'all super toxic, bro. I had some coworkers try to convince me that Russell Westbrook is better than Chris Paul. I gotta cuss on this one, cause y'all hear that bullshit? They said Chris Paul is not better than Russell Westbrook. Y'all is crazy, bro. I had to make a video on this just for that, so let's get into it. First up, we got Chris Paul, as I like to call him, the point guard, or some people like to simply call him CP3. Chris Paul averages 18 points per game on his career. Had some great years in New Orleans, had some great years for the LA Clippers. He also had 2 great years for the Houston Rockets and almost went to the finals for his first time in his career. He had a great year in OKC last year as they broke expectations, and now he's on the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul averages 9.5 assists per game. Like, he's almost in that 10. And it ain't a lot of people in that 10 for their career. That's a lot of dimes. A lot of dimes, bro. That's why they call him the point guard. For a 6-foot man in the NBA, Chris Paul averages 4.5 rebounds a game. And Chris Paul, for a 6-foot man, he can do everything, bro. And a lot of people don't understand that. Next person we got, you already know who it is, but AKA the Brody, or some people call him Russell Westbrook, but I like to call him all gas, no brakes. For Russell Westbrook's career, he averaged 23 points per game. He had a lot of buckets with the OKC Thunder, mostly all his career, except for 2 seasons to be exact. He had an MVP season in 2016 with the OKC Thunder, but now he's on the Wizards. Russell Westbrook averaged 8.3 assists for his career. He had a lot of assists for OKC, and he had a lot for the Houston Rockets, but now he's on the Wizards, looking for another triple-double season. Russell Westbrook, he averages 7 rebounds per game for his career. As we know, a triple-double machine, but I had to make a video on this because these are 2 great players in their own right, but y'all Russell Westbrook fans went too far to say that Russell Westbrook is just way better than Chris Paul. This must be these young heads, man. I'm a young head too, but I know what Chris Paul can do. I ain't trying to rhyme, but this ain't the time, man, to be trying to diss Chris Paul. Let's get into some categories. And let's see. These are just my opinions, but you guys can have your own and comment them down below. But for shooting, I got Chris Paul. This is a no-brainer, man, because for their careers, Chris Paul just shoot better in every category than Russell Westbrook. So this was a no-brainer when it comes to shooting, that Chris Paul was going to win this category. We all blatantly know Russell Westbrook can't shoot to save his life. He is a brick house. But for finishing, this was kind of hard. I watched a lot of film, but I gotta go with Russell Westbrook on this one. Chris Paul can finish, but Russell Westbrook athleticism, his speed and his power just gives him the edge. He's able to do acrobatic finishes and hang in the air, or he just straight up dunk on you. He can finish in traffic. Chris Paul can finish in traffic as well, but Chris Paul is kind of like a one-on-one finisher with somebody his same size. Russell Westbrook can go through you or over you. That's why I call him all gas, no brakes, because He plays at 100 miles an hour no matter what. Next on the categories, we got ball handling. This was kind of hard, but I gotta go with Chris Paul. Russell Westbrook is a straight line type point guard. Chris Paul, he's sort of side to side, but he will break them ankles on you. And that's why he takes this category. For passing, this was very tough, but I'll put it at a tie, and it's a slight. Like, Russell Westbrook got this tie. It's a little exception to it. I want to do Chris Paul, but Russell Westbrook get it too. For their careers, Chris Paul averages 9 and Russell Westbrook averages 8 assists per game. Chris Paul got an assist leader four times in this league, and Russell Westbrook got an assist leader twice in the league. So that's why this one is a tie. For defense, y'all might not be used to this one, but I gotta go with Chris Paul on the defense, and honestly, there's numbers that back this one up. For their careers, the blocks are pretty much not there for none of them, but Chris Paul leads in steals. Chris Paul also is on first team all defense 7 times and second team all defense twice. He also got he's a steal leader a lot of times, so Chris Paul can play some defense, man. Russell Westbrook has no first team defenses or anything. But look, for this IQ, it's pretty simple. It's Chris Paul. We all know Chris Paul is known for having a great IQ, one of the best in the league, so you gotta go with him on that one. For a leader, it's Chris Paul. Russell Westbrook, a great teammate, but Chris Paul is a better leader. And for clutch, I gotta go with Chris Paul. And back to being a better leader. You see what Chris Paul did with this OKC team. And you see these plays. Chris Paul just comes up clutch when you need him to. But to sum up their careers, they both got a lot of awards, but Chris Paul got a little bit more of awards right now. But y'all comment down in the comment section, who do y'all think is better? I personally think Chris Paul is better. I might be a little biased, but they both some of my favorite players, but numbers don't lie. Men and women do, but numbers don't lie. And the numbers say that Chris Paul is better.